Let's go ahead and get started. We'll get started today in child's pose. So please come to your mat. Take your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Bring your big toes together behind you. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, child's pose. Send your hips back, your hands forward, and rest your forehead down onto your mat. Close your eyes and use these first few moments to settle into your body, settle into your breath. Begin to breathe deeply. Feel your rib cage expand as you inhale. Exhale, let it go. Twice more. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Exhale, send your hips back towards your heels, lengthen your spine. One more big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Now seal your lips and breathe in and out through your nose. Begin to develop a connection between your mind and your body. The link is your breath. Inhale, rise to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Stack your wrists under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips. And then take your left foot, step it out to the left, straight out from your hip, and turn your toes forward towards the top of your mat. We'll take cat-cow from here with your leg extended, getting into your inner thighs a bit. Inhale, cow pose. Tip your tailbone up, drop your belly, open your chest. Exhale, cat pose. Push the earth away, round your upper spine, curl your tailbone under. Twice more with your breath. Inhale, cow pose. Gently arch. Exhale, cat pose. Pull your navel towards your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Smile wide through your collarbones. Exhale, cat pose. Push and round, drop your head. Return to a neutral spine and place your knee back under your hip. Step your right foot out to the right. Send it directly out from your hip and face your right toes forward. Press your foot into your mat to really feel your inner thigh light up. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, open your heart, gaze up gently. Exhale, cat pose. Round through your shoulder blades. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly, open your heart. Exhale, cat pose. Really begin to link your breath with each movement. Inhale to gently arch. Exhale to round. Return to a neutral spine. Return your knee back underneath of you. Keep your hands right under your shoulders. Step your feet back to a plank pose. Feel the strength in your 360 core as you push the earth away. Lift the backs of your thighs. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. First down dog of this practice. You're welcome to pedal out your feet here to wake up the backs of your legs. Shift your hips around. Just say hello to the back line of your body. Once you've explored movement, settle into stillness. Set your hands hips width apart. Push the earth away to add more length to your spine. Remember, knees bent and heels lifted is great for your downward facing dog. The focus here is to create a long, flat spine. Gaze forward as you inhale. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat for Ragdoll Pose. Keep your knees bent. Fold your belly over your thighs and just let your torso hang. Grab for opposite elbows. Add a gentle sway, a gentle rock. Let your head go. Add space in between each vertebra. Release your hands to your mat. Keep your knees bent and slowly uncurl. Rise to a stand, one vertebra on top of the next until your head arises last. Inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, take them down your back, open your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Pause and breathe. Press down through your feet to light up your legs. Pull your tailbone down towards the earth. Draw your belly button towards your spine. And then relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, hinge down from your hips until your hands come towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw your hands towards your shins. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back to help lengthen and engage the back line of your body. Take a big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, step your left foot back to a low lunge. From here, take your right foot out to the edge of your mat. You can turn your right toes out slightly, and then just get into your hips a little bit here. Start to breathe into your hips. You should feel this on your outer right hip and the front of your left hip. Just draw some small circles each way into your hips. Use your breath to get deeper into your body. Make sure you go both ways with your circles. And then pause in the middle. Plant your hands. Step back to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower through chaturanga all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Bring your hands by your rib cage. Gaze forward. Inhale, cobra pose. Press the tops of your feet down to roll your heart forward and up. Pause and breathe. Use your mid to upper back muscles here to lift your heart a little higher. Lengthen the back of your neck. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Plant your hands, tuck your toes. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Settle into your pose. Point your feet forward, nice and parallel. And then always an option to bend your knees, lift your heels. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand, and we'll go right back down. Exhale, standing forward fold. Hinge from your hips, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, step your right foot back this time. Widen your stance, walk your left foot out and over to the edge of your mat. You're welcome to turn your left toes out slightly if you'd like. And then just create some movement here. Rock forward and back, that feels good. Or draw some circles into your hips, both ways. Wherever you feel this the most, I would love for you to send your breath into that area of your body and encourage it to release. Take one more deep breath. Exhale out your nose. Plant your hands, step back to high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Plant your hands by your rib cage, untuck your toes, inhale, cobra pose, roll your heart open. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes, inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find length in your spine and depth in your breath. Inhale, gaze ahead. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Moving on, bend your knees, sit your hips back, inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up overhead and breathe here. You're always welcome to do this with hands at heart center if that's more comfortable for your shoulders. But I'd love for you to sit into your heels so your knees come more over your ankles, and then sit down a little bit lower so you feel your glutes engage. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, standing forward fold, hinge down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hand, step your left foot back to a low lunge. This time, walk your right foot to the center of your mat. Keep your toes faced forward. Send your back heel down to your mat and angle your back foot in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior two pose. Cartwheel, your arms open and come up to a stand. All right, settle into your warrior two. So check out your feet. Point your front toes straight ahead. Angle your back toes in slightly. Bend into your front knee so it's right over your front ankle. And then bring it a little more towards the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Really light up through your back leg. Drive the outer edge of your left foot into your mat so you feel your legs straighten. You should feel an awesome stretch in your inner thighs. Stack your shoulders over your hips, extend your arms long, and then you can take your gaze out over your front middle finger. Breathe into the power of this shape. Inhale, star pose. Turn both toes out, reach up and expand in all four directions. Exhale, horse pose. Bend your knees, bring your hands to heart center, and sit into your hips. So check out your feet again. You always want to start with your foundation in each pose. Send your toes outward, and then make sure both knees line up over the second toe of each foot rather than collapsing inward. So push your knees out, draw your tailbone down, sit low into your hips, and just wiggle side to side. Should feel really good. We'll add a twist here. Release your hands to your inner thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, twist to the front of your mat and push your opposite inner thigh away. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to the back of your mat. Once more, each side. Inhale, center, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the front. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the back. Come back through center. Inhale, star pose. Straighten your legs, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your toes in now slightly and press through the outer edges of both feet. So toes in, heels out. Bend your knees softly. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. From your hips, hinge down with a flat spine until your hands touch the earth. You can stay right here. If you have a hard time touching the earth, widen the distance between your feet. And if it's super easy for you to touch the earth, you can bring your feet together a little bit more. Just fold over your thighs, allow your upper body to release. You can leave your hands on the earth or grab for your ankles to encourage more depth in this pose. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, deepen. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, deepen. Bring your hands back to the earth in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Pivot to face the front of your mat. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. One big movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage your back muscles. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit low into your heels. Lift your chest, reach your arms overhead. Take another big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten your legs, hinge over your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Now I'm gonna do the same leg so I can face the camera, but you step your right foot back. Step back to a low lunge. Same thing here. Move your front foot to the center of your mat and then spin your back heel down. Angle your foot at a 45-degree angle. Aim to line your front heel over your back arch. Inhale, warrior two pose. Open up, come up to a stand, and then settle into your front leg. So you want to make sure that you have a wide enough stance here that when you bend into your front knee, it's right over your front ankle, not beyond. And then feel the strength of both of your legs here. Activate your back leg, press the outer edge of your back foot into your mat till you feel your inner thigh light up. And then allow your back hip to roll forward slightly. Lengthen your spine, gaze forward, breathe. Inhale, star pose. Gather your energy, turn your toes out, gaze up. Exhale, horse pose. Bend your knees, bring your hands to heart center, settle into your hips here. We'll add the twist. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. Inhale, lengthen forward to the back this time. Exhale, drop your shoulder, push your inner thigh away. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the opposite side. Once more each time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Come back through center. Straighten your legs. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Angle your toes in slightly. Soften your knees. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. From your hips, hinge forward. You can place your hands on the earth in front of you. Your knees can definitely stay bent here. On this side, if you'd like to add a little bit of movement, side to side, get deeper into your inner thighs, that's an option. Just let it feel good as you use your breath to explore your mind-body connection. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl to the top of your mat. Pivot forward. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. One movement. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, lower your knees. Have a seat on your mat. Cross your ankles and lower your booty down. Bring your legs in front of you for a butterfly pose. So open your knees wide. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can kind of play with the distance between your heels and your hips and just shimmy around until you feel like you're in a pretty good position to start folding into your hips. If you'd like more support, you can always keep your hands behind you or bring them in front of you if you're able to keep a nice long spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to fold forward. The goal here is to open your hips. You should feel a nice stretch in your outer hips. And again, you're always welcome to make personal adjustments for yourself until it feels right in your body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. The last few breaths, you can Your hands forward, just round your spine, drop your head, sink into your hips. And slowly walk your hands back in. Now extend your legs out to the side for a wide-legged forward fold while seated. So find the distance that works well for you and your particular body. If your low back is really rounded, you feel like you're sinking back, take your hands behind you so that you can lengthen your spine, lift your chest. You're welcome to keep your knees bent here and then flex your feet, keep energy moving through your legs. If you can, keep your pelvis tilted forward, take your hands in front of you, and then begin to walk them forward to the degree that feels appropriate for you. Part of developing this mind-body connection through yoga is learning what's right for you and your own body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Just move into it slowly and send your breath into those areas of tension that are asking for a little more release. Take a few more deep breaths here. And slowly come out of it. Walk your hands back in till your spine is upright. Take your legs together, shake them out. Scoot your hips forward. Engage your core, roll down onto your back, nice and slow. Once you're lying down, walk your heels in towards your glutes until you can just barely touch them with your fingertips. Plant your hands alongside your body, gaze at the sky. Inhale, bridge pose, lift your hips up towards the sky or the ceiling. And breathe. Press into your big toes and your heels to light up your inner thighs. Lift your hips a little higher. If you'd like more opening in your chest, scoot your shoulders underneath of you and interlace your fingers and then draw your chest towards your chin. Keep the back of your neck nice and long. Breathe in. Exhale, release, untuck your shoulders, lower your hips, draw your knees into your chest, separate your knees toward each armpit, and then send your heels up over your knees. Flex your feet. Happy baby's pose. You can keep your hands at your thighs. Keep your spine long on the earth. That's the important thing here. If accessible, you can grab for your ankles. Make sure to keep your spine down, or even grab for your feet. Sway side to side wherever your hands are at. Open your hips. Come back to center. Draw both knees in. Give yourself a big squeeze of love, of gratitude. Inhale to your fullest. Exhale, final resting pose, Shavasana. Extend your arms, extend your legs. Face your palms up and close your eyes. Allow your breath to relax. Allow your mind to become blank. Just be with your body. I encourage you to stay here as long as you can. Absorb all the goodness of your yoga practice and of your week. If it's time for you to move on with your day, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Gradually reawaken. Circle your ankles, your wrists. Inhale, take a big good morning stretch. And exhale, make your way up to a seat. Nice comfortable cross-legged seat. Sit up nice and tall. Unite your palms at your heart and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Acknowledge all your hard work through the last 6 weeks. Open mouth exhale. Draw your thumbs to your third eye center, the seat of wisdom and intuition. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me and exploring your mind-body connection. Tune in next week for Katie, and I'll see you soon.